Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Aryatītarasīvara Dhagavarisa Gugail Arivairami Paramatuman Arunachala Ramanan Parivalulam Muruganala Paranarndidu Guhayarndu Arivam Vizhitiravai Nisam Arivayadu Veliyam Annamalai Adiyenai Anda Andre Aviyudal Kondayanakor Kurayundo Kurayum Gunamum Niyallal Yenne Nivatrai Yennuire Yennam Yeduvo Adu Seivai Kanne Undan Karalinayil Kadar Peruke Taruvaye Kanne Undan Karalinayil Kadar Peruke Taruvaye Atimadura Chapa Hastam Aparimita Modabhana Saubhagyam Arunam Atishaya Karunam Abhinava Kulasundharim Vande Om Aim Hrim Shri. Today, composed by Shri Adi Shankara, Bhagavad Pada Adi Shankaracharya ji. And later, it is translated into Tamil by Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan Shri Ramana Maharshi, he has translated into Tamil. See, this Dakshina Stotram is considered to be a very high, advanced Vedantic text actually. And it beautifully summarizes the essence of the Vedanta Shastra. And as usual, when it comes out of Shri Adi Shankara, it's brilliant, it's very precise and to the point. And if it flows through Bhagavan's heart, it's so wonderful. So I enjoy this Tamil one because I can appreciate Tamil, it's my mother tongue, and also it is Bhagavan's words. So it is so beautiful. We will see while taking the verses, we will see. See, once Suri Nagamma, devotee of Bhagavan, she translated Bhagavan's introduction, that is called as Avadarikai in Tamil, into Telugu. And she gave it to Bhagavan to go through. Bhagavan smiled and said, see, I have just simplified and I have condensed and I have given you. But you know what? There is a story behind this. And then he started telling the story, narrating the story. It's a very interesting story. See, these Sanat Kumaras, the four of them, they are the Manasika Putra of Brahmaji, the creator. The creator, in order to multiply here, to create things and beings, he gave birth to these four sons in order for them to procreate and then to Vidya. But you know what? Very strange. These Sanat Kumaras, from their birth, they were very withdrawn. And they were not at all into the world. Full of Viveka and Vairagya. So they were always to themselves. So when they have grown up a little, they were burning with the desire to know the self, know the truth, the true knowledge. So they were going in search of various great people. So when they were going in search of those great people, Narada came. And Narada then told them, see, why are you searching for people outside? Your father himself is a great person. He has given out Vedas, you know. So, Nanmuhan, Brahma. So why can't you go to Brahmaloka and hear from your father only? Then they agreed, because Narada is a great Muni, na? So they agreed. And then all of them went to Brahmaloka, it seems. In Brahmaloka, Mata Saraswati was playing the veena and singing, it seems, beautifully. And Brahmaji was listening, ha ha, like that, you know. And he was also, you know, putting the thalam, and he was really, you know, in bliss. Then these Sanat Kumaras thought to themselves, how can this be a good teacher? No, he should be, you know, always withdrawn and absorbed in the self, na? And he is sort of listening to a lady singing and, you know, putting thalam and all. Nah. He may not be the right teacher. Then they decided they should go to Vaikunta. So Narada and the Sanat Kumaras, they went to Vaikunta, it seems. And there the situation is still worse. And in Parkadal, Narayana was Pallikondirunda, Rumba Anandama. And then Mahalakshmi was, you know, massaging his feet. Then they thought, no, what is this? And he is taking the service of these ladies and all. I don't think he may be a good teacher to teach Adhyatma Vidya. I am not interested, they said. And then they decided to go to Kailasha. He has given half of his this thing to Parvati. Half of his body to Parvati, and he was dancing there. What is this? At least they were, you know, one was only listening to the song, other was only taking the services of the wife or whatever. And here he has given himself to the total Stri Lolan. So you cannot take, you know, Upadesha from these people. Then they became disheartened and they moved away from Kailasha also, it seems. And then Ishvara, Parameshwara, Lord Shiva, out of compassion, he thought, no, they are very ripe souls, matured seekers. So we have to bless them. So on their way back, they passed through Manasarovara, it seems. So it is said in the northern side of Manasarovara, under the banyan tree, not the people tree, under the banyan tree. See, people confuse this. Under the banyan tree, so Dakshina Murthi appeared with showing Chin Mudra and withdrawn totally and abiding in his own self blissfully. On seeing this, they were convinced, oh, here is the real teacher, always withdrawn. So then they sat in front of him. And Dakshinamurti never opened his mouth. He just showed only Chin Mudra. With that, they realized the self. Because they were Paripakkumis. For them, the presence of the Guru itself is sufficient. And the Chin Mudra itself is sufficient to reveal the truth. And they realized the truth. What is the significance of Chin Mudra? Tattvamasi only. That thou art. You are that. That thou art. Right? So this is how the story goes. And Adi Shankara He is glorifying such Dakshinamurti. And he says, here, Sarvatmya Bhavam is once again revealed actually. Meaning everything is Tanmayam. Everything is Tanmayam. That is revealed through this, actually only 10 verses. But here, the Dhyana Shlokam also is included as the first verse. In the Tamil version, the Dhyana Shlokam also is included as the first verse. But in Adi Shankara's original, Dhyana Shlokam is separate and then 10 shlokas. Right? So here we have got 11, including the Dhyana Shloka. And before that, Bhagavan has written a Mangala Shloka also. So now first we shall read the Mangala Shloka. Mannuma Munivarar Shanti Mannave Me Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu Monama Tannilai Tihalti Tudil Tanmayam Sonna Changaran Tunnumennulle Mannuma Munivara Shanti Mannave Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu Monamam Tannilai Tihalti Tudil Tanmayam Sonna Changaran Tunnumennulle Mannu Ma Munivarar Shanti Mannave. Why Dakshinamurti gave out this knowledge to the Sanat Kumaras? Ma Munivarar, all these great sages, already they were great. They were very advanced souls, matured souls. Munivarar Shanti Mannave. For them to attain peace. I have been telling you, na, peace is everything. Shanti Mannave. When you will attain to peace? When you are at peace with yourself. And when you are at peace with the world. When you are at peace with God. With everything. Then there is peace. But this cannot be achieved through all these means. Only by abiding in the self, the real peace is gained. So, for them to abide in peace, attain the great peace, Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu. Dakshinamurti, Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu means he was sitting facing south. Tenmuha Murtiyai Tihaldu. See, generally, while sitting for meditation or for any Yaga Yajnadi, they don't sit facing south. They sit facing east or north. So here Dakshinamurti is facing south. See, in our ashram also, in this Ramana Dhyana Mandiram, we have got Bhagavan in the Dakshinamurti's pose. We are so fond of this pose of Bhagavan because it is none other than Dakshinamurti himself. Evlo jammunu ukkandirukkaru parunga. Maharaja mari ukkandirukkaru actually. This is so beautiful a photo actually, and we have made a cutout of it and we have kept it here. Actually, whenever we chant Dakshinamurti Stotram Dhyana Shloka, we always remember Bhagavan only, because he is a Dakshinamurti known to us. The original Dakshinamurti we don't know, but this Dakshinamurti is known to us, and he has given out this knowledge to us. So he is our Dakshinamurti. And he was also always in Mauna. And only occasionally he spoke. So, Tenmuha Murtiyai. But unfortunately we could not place him facing south. He is now facing north actually. Because we want everything. We want Arunachala's Darshanam also. Arunachala is here only, na? So anyway, that is okay. So, we have kept Bhagavan and behind him Arunachala. Bhagavans are there hiding Arunachala. Maybe we can trim it. So that is the idea. While you sit here, you have to see the Arunachala and Bhagwan. So Tenmuga Murthiyai Tihaldu Monamam Tannilai Tihalti. Meaning what? Through silence. Monamam means through silence. Tannilai Tihalti. Tannilai Tihalti means he revealed his true self. Only through Maunam one can reveal oneself. Why? Maunam is truth. Where Karuvi Karunadihalna oindu boy and Manavalna oindu boy, there you are with yourself. Whenever the mind and the buddhi, along with the senses, when they are awake and when they are running here, there, then the self is as though hidden, as though veiled. So when everything settles down, subsides, then the truth is revealed by itself. That is the glory of the truth. One need not point out, or one need not know it even. So, Monamam Tannilai Tihalti. Through silence, he revealed his true self. Tannilai means his true self. Tihalti. Tudir Tanmayam Sonna Changaran Tunnum Ennulle. So, Anda Dakshinamurti Tudi Seigiraringa. So, here Shankara, he is glorifying or praising that Dakshinamurti who revealed the truth through silence. Tudi means this is a hymn, a Tudi. Tudil Tanmayam Sonna. What is Adi Shankara revealing through this stotra? Tanmayam. Meaning everything is Tanmayam. We have seen in Atma Sakshatkar Prakaranam also, everything is self. That Parashivam also is self only. The world is also self only. And the Jiva is also true self only. Tanmayam Sonna Achangaran. So through this hymn, while praising or glorifying Dakshinamurti, what Adi Shankara has revealed through these verses, through these 10 verses, Tanmayam. Everything is Tanmayam. Arul Niraivan Amudakkadale Virihadiral Yavum Vilungum Arunagiri Paramanmave Kidarulappu Nandrai Virivardiyaga Vidangu. So Yavum Vilungum, Virihadiral Yavum Vilungum. So when the sun of the heart, when he shines, he as if swallows all the darkness, all the names and forms, everything. So here everything is digested and Tanmayam, the self alone shines. Now for us, oh my God, so much of big world is there and the Creator is there and me and my life. Haha, it's so difficult to live here. But when the inner eye opens, the vision is there is only self, nothing but the self. This is what we have seen through all the Atma Bodham also. Tanmayam Sonna Achangaran, that Shankaran, that Adi Shankara, Tunnum Ennulle Purundi Iruppavanumam. And he is the one in my heart who is revealing this in Tamil. That is what we have to understand. Tunnum Ennulle means what? He is seated in my heart as the self. That is what he said in the Atma Bodham also, Mangala Venba. So that Shankaran, he is in my heart and now he is revealing the same truth, that Tanmayam, through this Tamil composition. You understand? So this is a Mangala Shloka. Once again we will read. Mannuma Munivara Shanti Mannave Mannuma Munivara Shanti Mannave Tenmuga Murthiyai Tihaldu Monamam Tenmuga Murthiyai Tihaldu Monamam Tannilai Tihalti Tudiyil Tanmayam Tannilai Tihalti Tudiyil Tanmayam Sonna Changaran Tunnum Ennulle Sonna Changaran Tunnum Ennulle. So, in this text, The first shloka is actually the dhyana shloka in the original text. Right? So here, this is what we have been chanting all these days. And today we will see what it means. What is the deeper significance of this dhyana shloka. Okay. Maunama murayar kattum Ma brahmavattu valan Sivanilai tavasachida Seri Guru Varan Sirkaiyan Uvagayoruruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimuhattan Avanayan Tenpan Murthi Appanai Etuvome Maunama Murayar Kattum Ma Brahmavattu Valan Sivanilai Tavasachida Uvagayoruruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimugattan Avanayan Tenpan Murthi Appanai Etuvome. See, this is very, very special to us because you know why? Our Guru Parampara starts from Dakshina Murti. Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadhacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. So, this is about our Adi Guru, Sri Dakshina Murti, and revealed by our Pradhana Guru, Adi Shankara, and made it into Tamil by our own Guru, Bhagavan Shri Ramana Maharshi. So, this is very, very special. And not only that, it is not talking about Dakshina Murti also, it is talking about Bhagavan also. So, it is talking about Bhagavan only, our Bhagavan only, because he is Dakshina Murti, na? In human form. So this is very, very special actually. Maunama Murayar Kattu Ma Brahma Vastu Valan. So how is he revealing that Brahma Tattvam? Maunama Murayar Kattu. Not through discourses. Maunama Murayar Kattu. Through silence. Maunama Murai. Murai means what? Actually a discourse. So through the discourse of silence. Maunama Murayar Kattum. Why? Shared. See, therefore our Acharya always used to say, it is not important what the Guru spoke. It is very important what he didn't speak. So this silence between the words, that is very significant. When we can listen to the silence, then we have listened to the Guru. Maunama Murayar Kattum. Yadai Kattum? Ma Brahma. And the Brahma Swaroopathai Maunama Murayar Kattum. And not only that, he himself is the Brahma Swarupa. So therefore, he is revealing himself through silence. Ma Brahma Vastu. He is also that Vastu which he is trying to reveal through silence. And Ma Brahma Vastu Valan. Valan means Val Malachavan Gadayad. Tamil Val means tail. Now, some people misunderstand Valan. What is Valan? You come here. Valan means Balan actually. See, in Dakshinamurti original, it is given out as Yuvan. As Yuvan. But here, Bhagavan is going one step ahead and saying, he is not Yuvan, it is Balan. Balan means He is very, very young. See, only when you become child, you can enter into the heaven of kingdom of heaven. That is what Jesus Christ has said, it seems. Why? Only when you become a child, you should become very innocent at heart. We should be always cheerful, live in the present, not worry about the past or the future, and not much Bedam. A child doesn't know much Bedam. So, he is referred here as Balan, very young person. See, even Sambandha, Jnana Sambandha, he was very, very young when he gave out Todudaya Seviyan. He was only 3 years old, they say. Having drunk the milk from the mother of the universe, he just started singing and no stopping. Till the age of 16, when he disappeared into the light, he was singing. And he has finished everything at the age of 16 and he has gone. And similarly, Adi Shankar also, very young when he gave out all these things. I somehow feel, this is my personal impression or opinion, whenever this is revealed through young mind, it is very powerful. Viryam Purundiyada irukkuradha paakrom nam. Viryam Purundiyada irukku. Bhagavan-tend vellu varumbodhu evlo viryama irukku. And the Who Am I book you read, Naan Yarnu or book, the question and answer only. Evlo viryama irukku. See, இதெல்லாம் சும்மா ஏன்னா பிரம்மத்தில் ஒன்றும் யங்கும் கிடையாது ஓல்டும் கிடையாது. But somehow it's my own impression. And it comes out to such a young heart. Even in the worldly sense, I mean, it has got some charm and some power. So here, Balan, Sivanila, how is he seated? He is seated under the banyan tree. But how is he seated? Sivanilai tava satchidar seri guru varan sirkayyan. He is surrounded by the disciples. How are they? Sivanilai tava satchidar. Already they were in the Sivanilai. Then what is the use of this Upadesha? Only a reconfirmation. So they are very exalted state they were in. Sanat Kumaras, they were in very exalted state. Sivanilai tava. Sivanilai tava satchidar. Satchidar they are. They are true seekers, true students. And they were almost there in that Sivanilai. Why I am saying almost there? Otherwise, why they seek? So, Sivanilai tava satchidar. And tava shreshthadhala in the Siddhartha. They are not living a loose life. Chumma eating, sleeping and chit-chatting and watching something. No. Tava satchidar. So, to those great students, Dakshinamurti revealed this. Similarly, those who were surrounded by Adi Shankar also, they were all great disciples, great students. Similarly, Bhagavan also, whoever surrounded by him, they were great. Muruganar Swami and Kavya Kantha and even Annamalai Swami and all Natanananda Swami. There were so many of them, known and unknown also. They were all very great people actually. See, since they are very much, very available and very much, approachable, we think they are all summa. But they were very great students. So here also, Sivanilai tava satchidar, Seri Guru. Seri Guru means in the Guru Porundiyavara irundar. Seri means Porundiya narthonguranga. Tannil Porundiya Guru. One who is abiding in himself. Everybody, how is he? Seated? Varan. Guru Varan. He is the supreme Guru. Guru of all Gurus. Guru Varan. Sirkayyan. Sirkayyan. Chin Mudrai Kattubavan. One who is showing Chin Mudra. Sirkayyan. So much significance, this Chin Mudra. I have told you, even before also, in different schools of thoughts, different philosophies, the Chin Mudra is interpreted in different ways. Like Saiva Siddhanta, it is interpreted in different way. In traditional Vedanta Shastra also, our Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda has interpreted in a beautiful way. It's so appealing to me. He says, this Alkati Viral, this index finger, is the Ahankara, that is the Jiva, right? When this Jiva, when it is always associated with the three bodies, the gross, the subtle and the causal body. These are the three bodies. We have seen exhaustively in Atma Bodha also. What are all these three bodies? Gross physical body, subtle body means inner equipment and all, and then causal body is the ignorance or vasanas. So when this jiva is always associated with one of these bodies or with all these bodies, he is only in this world, in the samsara. சும்மா ரெண்டு கொண்டே இருக்கான். No peace and no joy and no satisfaction. And he is going and coming. He is always in this samsara. So when he detaches himself from these three bodies through proper vichara, and when he seeks his own true self, this I, this is my own interpretation. When the I seeks the self, and then when it becomes one non-dual self, that is Chinmudra. Meaning what? Tattvamasi. This jiva is not the separate entity. It is one with the self. Self alone is. So you know what? Here, the revelation is, as long as you are identified with the body-mind, you see everything as chit and jada. But once when you totally sort of become one with the self, the pure consciousness, you see only pure consciousness. Where has the jada gone? Nobody knows. This jadam, which is other than yourself, which you think as anniyam, is only a manakarpane, imagination of the mind. See, this is what we have to understand. What is jadam? Jadam is anniya vastu, which is other than yourself. That is only mind's imagination. So that is removed totally. The bhedam has gone. The bheda bhavana has gone. And now only the pure self shines. This is Chinmudra. See, this is something fantastic, you know. See, always we have been seeing all the differences among the things and beings, and the difference between the seer and the seen, and the difference between the seer and the seen and the God, the creator. But somehow, when you abide in the self, tuck, the veil is removed. And what you see only the self, only Parashivam, or only the pure consciousness, only the Chit Swarupam, and nothing else. So whatever you have been seeing as other than yourself, the Anniya Vastuva Partadalla, Ipa Atma Vastuave Vilangudu. Meaning, it shines as Atma, the self. And you really understand that this Anniya Vastu has got no separate existence of its own, or it has got no illumination of its own. So this is what we have to understand. What the meaning of it's all illusion? It has got no separate existence of its own, or it has got no illumination of its own. Like yesterday we have been seeing, we are going to see elaborately now also. That city reflected in the mirror has got no separate existence of its own. It has got no illumination of its own. இருந்து ஒளிர்கிறதுன்னா எதுல? ஆன்மாவில இருந்து ஒளிர்கிறது. யத் சத்யேன ஜகத் சத்யம், யத் பாசேன பாதி யத். You understand? So therefore, everything is tanmayam, everything is chinmayam. This is what is revealed. This is the glory of this knowledge. So when you abide in yourself, when you open the third eye, the eye of wisdom, what is the vision? The vision is self-aloneness. All these days I have been thinking there is something else called as the world and the creator. But now my experience is there is only the self. Neha nanasti kinchana. Not even a bit, an iota is there other than the self. Once and for all the worries and troubles and all the confusions gone forever. So this is what is Chinmudra. So he is showing the Chinmudra. Varan Sirkayyan. Uvahayor Uruvan. Ha 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 ha. Uvahayor Uruvan. When you see his Uruvam, Uvahayor Uruvam. Ananda Murthi. He is Ananda Murthi. Uvahayor Uruvan. Why? Why? Because Tannul Uvappavan. Why? He is always abiding, reveling in his own self. Therefore, he is what? Uvahayor Uruvan. Ananda Murthiya yen irkarnu ketta. He is reveling in his self always. Whenever you go out into the world, always there are, sukha, dukkha, everything, pairs of opposites. And always the mind is, buffeted between the pairs of opposites. But in the self, prashanti, anandam. So therefore, uvahayor uruvan, thannulluappavan, kalimuhattan, kalikindra muhattan. Kalital means what? Enjoying himself. He is the bliss of his own self. Kalimuhattan. See, when you are blissful, it is reflected in your face, through your eyes. When you are sad also, it is reflected in your face. So, Kangale Atmavin Jannal, they say. The eyes are the windows for the Atma, the soul. That is what said in a very vyavaharical language. So, by just looking at a person, you can know he is very sad now, today. He is a little mood out, not in his true form. Sometimes very happy, joyful. Why? என்னமோ ஆயிடுச்சு இன்னைக்கு தேன் குடிச்ச நரி மாதிரி தொழுறாரு இவர் என்னன்னு தெரியல. He is very excited and happy. So the face shows everything. Here it is prashantam. His face is so peaceful and serene and very blissful. அப்படிப்பட்டவங்கள பார்த்தாலே நமக்கு ஆனந்தமா இருக்கும் இல்லையா? இந்த ஆனந்த மூர்த்தியை பார்த்தாலே ஆனந்தம். See, why we meditate on Dakshina Murti? Because we also want to become like Dakshina Murti. Kalimuhattan. And தன்னுள்ளே ரமிப்பவன், தன்னுள் உவப்பவன். So we have to also become like Dakshina Murti. When we can? Only when we revel in ourselves. Always. So, Kalimuhattan. Avanayan Tenpan Murti. Who is he? Tenpan Murti. One who is facing the south direction. Tenpan Murti. Appanai Etuvome. And the Appanai. He is our father. Appan. Appanai Etuvome. Vagharta viva sampurto Vagharta pradipattaye. Jagadaha Pidaru Vande Parvati Parameshwara. From Kalidasa's. What is that? Raghuvamsa, I suppose, the first verse. Jagadaha Pidaru Vande Parvati Parameshwara. He and the Amba, they are the father and mother of the universe. Jagadaha Pidaru Vande Parvati Parameshwara. They are the parents, Pitarahan parents of the whole universe. Parvati Parameshwara. So, he is the father. And Amba, who is nothing but Karunamba, she is the mother of the universe. So, we praise the father because he is the guide. And he is the self. And we glorify mother because she is Karunamurti. With her grace, she uplifts us. And she takes us to Shiva. So, Jagadaha Pidaru Vande Parvati Parameshwara. Appanai Ettuvomi. Avanayan Tenpan Murti. Appanai Ettuvomi. That Tenpan Murti, that Lord who is facing towards the south, we worship him. We meditate on him. Ettuvomi means we worship him. We meditate on him, his divine form. When you meditate on his divine form, the mind quietens. And not only that, the mind is purified. And the mind is inspired. This is what we need, na? We need a quiet mind, pure mind, and inspired mind. Most of the time, mind is not inspired. There is no inspiration, there is only perspiration. Ayyo, eppadi seyradhu idhirli. What will I do in this world? Oh God. There is only perspiration. There is no inspiration. And Gurudev says, all the achievements are 99% inspiration and 1% perspiration, he says. All the achievements are 99% inspiration, he says. And 1% perspiration. Means efforts. So we are inspired within. when we meditate on him. Once again we will chant this. Maunama Murayar Kattum Ma Brahmavattu Valan Sivanilai Tavasachida Seri Guru Varan Sirkaiyan Uvahayoruruvan Tannul Uvappavan Kalimugattan Avanayan Tenpan Murthi Appanai Etuvome Avanayan Tenpan Murthi Appanai Etuvome. Now we shall go into the main text. Ulahu Kannadi Urne Urattanul Ajñanatal Veliyinil Tuyil Kanapol Vilangida Kandu Jnana Nilayuru Neram Tannai Oruvanayavanir Kanban Thalayuru Guruamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri Ulahu Kannadi Urner Urattanul Ajñanatal Veliyinil Tuyil Kanapol Vilangida Kandu Jnana Nilayuru Neram Tannai Oruvanayavanir Kanban Thalayuru Guruamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri Thalayuru Guruamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri. I would have chanted this shloka maybe I don't know how many times, maybe more than 100,000 times. I so much in love with this one verse. Not all the Dakshina Stotram. This one verse. Like I told you na, in the Ulladu Narpadu Mangala Venba, like that, this one shloka is enough to know the truth. So significant, so profound. Vishwam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantarghatam Pashyan Atmani Mayaya Bahirivot Bhutam Yata Nidraya Yas Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanameva Dvayam Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. That is the Sanskrit one. That is also equally beautiful. And now Bhagavan has made it into Tamil. What is the meaning? Ulahu Kannadi Urner. This world, this prapancham of Nama Rupa, this world, Kannadi Urner. Ore vartila potar, Kannadi Ur. That city, Ur means city. Kannadi Ur means the city that is reflected in the mirror. Kannadi means mirror. Kannadi Ur. That's the city which is reflected in the mirror. Yesterday we have been talking about it, explaining to you. And you know what? And Kalyan Sundaramji was telling me yesterday night, when he was watching the glass behind, and it was as if everything is reflected in it. It was a practical demonstration, and he was saying he was so inspired. And now the shutters are on. And you cannot see the reflection, we will see only the Arunachala there, or whatever there. In the night, because of the lights and all, as if everything is reflected. So, Kannadi Urner, it is like the city that is reflected in the mirror. See, one caution. Now, you should not ask what is the original city, where was it and all those. In this example, you have to take only the city that is reflected in the mirror. Without the original city, can there be the reflection? Don't ask, because in this example, whatever is spoken is only the city reflected in the mirror. You understand? So you should stretch the example. Whenever an example is given, you should only try to understand what they are trying to drive through that example. You cannot stretch the example. You understand? So here, our attention is drawn to that city which is reflected in the mirror. கண்ணாடிக்குள்ள தெரியற ஊர் பட்டணம். ஒரு பெரிய கண்ணாடி இருக்குன்னு வச்சுப்போமே. Huge mirror is kept somewhere. And you see the whole பட்டணம். Maybe we should have here somewhere. அப்புறம் அந்த கண்ணாடி தொடச்சிட்டே இருக்கணும். இப்போ அடுத்து வர்றவங்க அதுக்கு பூஜை பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. வேண்டாம்பா, அதுவும் வேண்டாம்பா. நம்ம ஆளுங்க எதையும் பூஜை பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சிருவாங்க. But that is what we have been taught. Everything is God. Okay, so in that mirror, the city is reflected. What he is saying, Ulaga Kannadi Urner, Urattanul. Where is the city reflected? Where is the reflected city? In the mirror, inside the mirror. Similarly, this prapancham is actually within ourselves. Huh? What? Yes. This prapancham, this world is within me. Like the reflected city is within the mirror. Ulaga Kannadiyur Ner. Ulaga Kannadiyur Ner. Ner means what it is like. Ner means that is the example given. It is like. Urattanul. Urattanul means what? It is always within. Within the mirror. Ajnanathal veliyinil. But because of our ignorance, we think it is outside the mirror. அது எங்கேயோ பின்னாடி இருக்கிற மாதிரி தெரியுது. But where is the reflected city? It is very much within the mirror. Similarly, this world is within our own self. இதிலேயே அடிச்சுட்டு போயிடுச்சு. எல்லா அந்நிய பாவமும் இதிலேயே அடிச்சுட்டு போயிடுச்சு. All the Anya Bhava is removed only through this one stroke. Actually, the word is within. Ajnanathal veliyinil tuyir kanapol vilangida kandu. Ajnanathal, through to ignorance, it is appearing in the world outside, in the outside. Veliyinil. Ajnanathal should be read along with this. Ajnanathal veliyinil. It is appearing as if outside. Tuyir kanapol. The beautiful example given. Like in the dream. Tuyir kana means what? When you sleep, you see dreams, na? Tuyil means sleep. Tuyir kana means when you sleep, you dream. Like that dream. See, while we are dreaming, actually we are seeing everything within only. But what is the experience? As if we are seeing outside. And we are running somewhere, got lost in the forest, searching for the way out. And then we see a line. And then we run. And then we stumble and fall into a deep well. We get up. Once when we fall into the well, we get up. And then we find out, Hare Rama, I was in my own bed, comfort of my bed. And where was this world? Where was the forest? But while we are dreaming, the forest is very real. I don't know how the mind can project such reality, the forest. You would not have gone to forest at all in your life. You would have only seen in the National Geography. What is that channel? Yeah. But it projects so beautifully. A forest, deep forest. And you are lost. And you are so scared. And the palpitation you can feel of the heart. And then you can see the real lion. And then it chases you. Then you run. And you fall into the deep pit. That is the well. And then that fear is very real. You wake up and then you find, my God, I was all the time lying in my bed. No forest whatsoever, no lion. I was never running. I had never fallen into the well. Kundreri Veelvar Kuri. Do you remember this? Kundreri Veelvar Kuri. Climbing up the mountain, he jumps and he falls. Like that, he has fallen into the well. So, where has this gone? What is the reality of that experience? So, all this is seen within our own selves as the mind projection only. But because of ajnana, while dreaming, we have seen it outside us as if. Is that not true? Similarly, now also, everything is within the self only. Mayeva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati. So everything is within me only, but because of ajnana, we somehow see everything outside. Why? Because we are identifying with this body. This body also is one among the dream object. Please understand. But somehow we consider this body as real and also our own self. நான் இந்த தேகம் தான் நான். இப்படி சொல்றது இல்லை நம்ம யாரும். But that is how we live. That is how we believe in. Very strongly we believe in. This is what is me. And everybody conforms to it. From the childhood onwards, our parents, they conform to it. The teachers, the society, the friends, the TV shows, the cinema, everything conforms to this. That what? I am this body. I am only one soul in this whole world who tries to tell us, no, you are not this body, my dear. You are something else. Please understand, you are not this body. There is only one voice, soft voice. That is a Guru's voice. That is a Guru Parampara's voice. They say, no, you have mistaken yourself. Sorry. You are not this body. Deham naham. Koham, inquire. Who am I? Koham. Then you realize, soham. I am that. So therefore, because of ajnana, we see everything outside. Swamiji, how can you say that the world is inside? We are not understanding you. How can you see the world is very much outside only? Yes, I am seeing you all sitting in the satsang hall. You are outside only, na? Are you all there inside me or what? Now, I am confusing myself with the body. I expect through this statement that everybody is within me means what? எனக்குள்ளே இருக்கீங்க எல்லாரும். எப்படி எனக்குள்ளே இருக்கீங்க? நானே இத்துண்டு உருவம். இவ்வளோ உருவம் எனக்குள்ளே எப்படி போக முடியும்? No, that is not meant here. You are not this body. Then what are you? You are that pure knowledge. அந்த அறிவே உன்னுடைய ஸ்வரூபம். சுத்த அறிவே உன்னுடைய ஸ்வரூபம். Pure knowledge, the pure consciousness. In consciousness, everything shines. Meaning, when the Atma Chaitanyam, when it reflects in the buddhi and when it shines, then everything shines. So everything is in what? Where? In the Atma Chaitanyam only. Not outside or inside. It is there in the self. Where is the city in the mirror? It is not outside the mirror. We cannot even say inside the mirror. Meaning, it is in the surface of the mirror, or that's why it is said it is inside the mirror. You understand? But actually, where is it? It is not. You see, you touch and see only the mirror. Where is the city there? You don't see any city at all. But the appearance of the city is there. But in that city, you see birds flying, you see people moving, you see huge buildings, lake, mountain, everything you see. But those things are not true. Suppose, let us say, there is a fire. Will the mirror be burning? Suppose, let us say, the lake, will the mirror be wet? No. The mirror is untouched by the scenes or by the Shittiram inside, by the reflected city. Therefore, the mirror is pure, independent. And these images are only false. Because if it is a real fire, it should burn down everything, na? Burn down the mirror also, na? No, it is not. So it is only an appearance of a fire, not the real fire. The water should have wet the mirror, na? It has not. So it's only appearance of the water, not the water. So everything is only an appearance. And this fire, this water, this building, they have got any separate existence of their own here in this reflected image? No. They take the existence of mirror as their adharam, and they exist. And they shine because the surface is very polished. So they take the surface of the mirror as their, light, and they shine. Light means what? And they shine. So therefore they don't have existence of their own or light of their own. They are there in the mirror only. So mirror alone is, in the mirror they are. So they take the existence of the mirror and they exist. Yat satyena jagat satyam. They take the light of the, light means what? The polished surface of the mirror, and they shine. So the light of the Atma, and everything shines. Yat bhasena bhati yat, and yadanandena nandanti. You understand? So where is the reflected city? It is within. But because of ignorance, because of the Dehatma Bhavam, identification of the body, we see as if it is outside. Oh, Beliyinil Tuyir. See, that is why I tell you, in all the Vivekas, Vicharas, this Avasthatraya Vicharam, Vivekam, is the best, I would say. See, all this Panchakosha, all nonsense, I tell you. I'm not saying nonsense. Comparatively, I mean, it is all chumma. This Avasthatrayam is a very deep Viveka. To understand what is deep sleep, to understand what is dream, to understand what is waking, that really drives the truth. Nothing else. This world is like a dream. Why? As long as you see it, it is outside actually. But when you inquire and find out, it is within the cells. Not only that, further moving on, Jnana Nilayuru Neram. When he is awakened to his self, true self, Jnana Nilayuru Neram. When he is enlightened, when he is awakened, here what is said, Thannai Oruvana Yavaner Kanban. And he sees himself as one without the second. When the dream is over, when you get up, when you wake up, you see yourself as one. And in you, all this is dreamt. And in the dream, you have seen everything outside. But actually, all the dream objects are false. When you wake up, you know it. It was never ever there. It was only an appearance. But when you were going through, it was very real. But when you are awakened, it is all nothing. And you will not ask a question. What happened to that person whom I have seen in the dream? I really want to know whether that girl got married to that boy or not. See, sometimes when you watch these serials, in the television, exactly in that point they will say, Thodarum, tomorrow. And somehow this person will miss it. And what? Ennaachunu therle. Director enna சொன்னா செய்ய போறோம். என்னாச்சுன்னு தெரியல. இந்த சண்டாளை ஏன் இப்படி படுத்துறானோ தெரியல இந்த பொண்ணு. டைரக்டர் படுத்த சொல்றோம். See, we want to know what happened. So like that we will not inquire. What happened to that girl? Did she get married? Did she get married or not? You will not ask this question. Because it's all false, unreal. Similarly, when you are awakened, you will not ask, hey, all these fellows were there, no? Whether they also got realized when I am awake or when I am awakened. You will not ask this question. Why? There was nobody. There was not even you. There was not even you and nobody. When you are awakened, not even you means as a personality. Similarly, everybody is a personality, no? Nobody is. No got realized. There is no realization. Meaning what? Self reveals itself. In the self, there is nothing other than the self. Full stop. Then Swamiji, what happened to my kith and kin, my wife, my children? In Vyavahara sense, they are all there. But you know that they are all just an appearance, not true, and they are nothing but self. And self alone is true. All these days we have been taking them to be very real, taking ourselves to be very real, as if it is everything. Family, my family, only for my children I am living. And the wife says, only for my husband I am living. I have to go before him. Eh? You are living only for your husband. No, why do you want to go before him? No, I will send him first. I will send him quickly. And then later I will go. All these dialogues, all this has got no meaning. That is why when a king had a child, after long time, suddenly the child died also. He was so sorrow-stricken. In Bhagavatam it comes. Then he goes to his guru and asks, I want the child back. Somehow I want the child back. You can do something, please do. I cannot live without my child. Ayo Rama, after long years, I got this child. Then Guru said, okay, I will call that Jiva back. So the Guru called that Jiva back. That child, that Jiva asked, father, mother, who is my father, mother? Oh, this king. Are Rama, I have taken several births after going away from here. I have got several father, mothers. Which father you are talking about? Which mother you are talking about? For the Jiva, there were so many fathers, so many mothers. So which father are you talking about? So in this manifestation, maybe this father, mother. But all this is null and void in the enlightenment, in the awakening. Like the dream is over, this Nedum Kanavu is over. Over once and for all. And you see only the self, not anything else. The Bhedam, like, the different objects, things, beings, all gone forever. ஞான நிலையுறு நேரம் தன்னை ஒருவனா எவனேற் காண்பன் ஒருவனா எவனேற் காண்பன். See, not even he sees the world inside or outside. He sees not the world. He sees only the self. See, the first step is what? The world is within me, not outside. And within me also it is only an appearance. It has got no existence of its own. It cannot shine by itself. That is why it is called its appearance. இப்போ வெளியில ஒரு பொருள் இருக்குன்னு எதை வச்சு சொல்றோம்? When you say that is an object outside, what we think, that object is there, independent of my existence. Whether I am there or not, the object is always there. Whether I am there or not, the world is going on. நான் இப்போ பிறந்தேன், இப்போ சாக போறேன். I was born some time back, I will die. But the world continues. This is what we think now. So we think the world has got its own separate existence, independent existence. And the world shines by itself, means what? Is known by itself. That's what we feel somehow. But here it is said, no. The self alone is the adharam in which the world rises. Like the mirror alone is the adharam for the reflected city. The city has got no separate existence of its own other than the mirror. And the city cannot shine by itself except the polished surface of the mirror. Similarly, The world of objects and beings can only be seen in the light of the consciousness, and they exist only in the self. They don't have separate existence, they don't have separate illumination. Therefore, how can you say they are separate? That is one thing. And very importantly, they cannot touch or create any difference in the self, any modification in the self. Like I told you, the fire in the city, reflected city, cannot burn the mirror. Then why do you call it as fire? The water in the reflected city cannot wet the mirror. Why do you call it as water? The water da, ana water illa. Neruppu da, neruppu illa. It is fire, but it is not fire. It is water, it is not water. So it has no existence of its own. It is not having any illumination of its own, and it cannot affect the self in any way. Therefore, how can you call it as real? See, Sukha, Dukkha, that is what our life now. If Sukha and Dukkha is equal, then what is called as Sukha, what is called as Dukkha? There is no Sukha, no Dukkha. Similarly, every experience is same. Then no experience is meaningful. That is Brahman. Where no experience is meaningful. That is Brahman. So, none of this can touch me, meaning the Bheda is only imaginary. It is not. If you go, my God, so many things revealed. It has got no existence of its own, it has no illumination of its own, no content of its own, no content, guna. See, guna na ennadu? Guna means what? Manga na pudikanum. See, the mango means, or the kacha mango means, it should be sour, na? Sour is an experience. Taste, it is an experience. In the self, it will not make any difference. Laddu means it is sweet. It is another experience. In the self, it does not make any difference. So, the taste of sourness or sweetness or bitterness doesn't make any difference in the self. Then why do you call it as sour or bitter or sweet? All these gunas are cancelled. So, the separate existence is cancelled. The illumination, it cannot shine of its own. And all the gunas are cancelled in the self because none of these gunas can make any difference to the self. So, all these gunas, though appear, they are not. Without the name, form, gunas, what is the object? Tell me. Without the name and form, separate existence, without the illumination, without the guna or the qualities, what is this name of objects? What is the meaning of this objects and things? If they cannot create any difference in my experience, how can you call it as real? Why we call it as real? The fire means it is burning me. It is real. Water means I am drowning in it. It is real. Yes, as a body mind, yes, what you are saying is right. But they say when you realize the self, nothing is making any difference to the self. அப்போ நெருப்பு இருக்கு எரிக்க மாட்டேங்குது, தண்ணி இருக்கு நனைக்க மாட்டேங்குது, காத்து இருக்கு உலர்த்த மாட்டேங்குது, துப்பாக்கி இருக்கு அதோட குண்டு தொலைக்க மாட்டேங்குது. அப்ப எப்படி அதெல்லாம் உண்மைன்னு சொல்ல முடியும்? How will you say the fire which is not burning, how can you call it as fire? அது சும்மா ஃபயர் மாதிரி, சும்மா 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 அது சும்மா தண்ணி மாதிரி, தண்ணி இல்லை. In the scene also, when it happens in the screen, fire மாதிரி ஆனால் fire இல்லை. It is like fire but it's not fire. Like water, not water. Then means what? It is all illusion. It is not. So, the separate existence, separate illumination, and therefore separate gunas, the qualities, everything is removed. Now what remains? Nothing remains. Self alone remains. So the otherness has gone. Because there is no separate existence, so otherness has gone. There is no separate illumination. Therefore it cannot exist separate. And because it is asangam, not affected by anything, all the qualities are also removed. What remains? Nothing. So, jnana nilayiru neram, when you are awakened to the Supreme Self, ஒருவனா எவனேற் காண்பன், So one who sees oneself as the non-dual self, one without the second. Urvana means there is no Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara Beda. Let us be very clear. Urvana means there is only self. In that self, there is no this Jiva, this Vyakti, this personality. There are no personalities. There is no Jagat other than you. There is no Ishvara other than the self. There is only the self. Urvana Yavaner Kanban. Talayuru Guruvamanda Dakshina Murthi Potri. Talayuru Guru means what? He is the Guru of Gurus. He is the Guru of all Gurus. Talayuru Guru. He is the chief among all the Gurus. Talayuru Guruvamanda. Talay means the head is also Pradhanam. Na? All the body parts are there, but head is Pradhanam. Why? Because in that only most of the senses are there. So Talayuru Guru means he is the supreme Guru. And the Dakshina Murti. That Dakshina Murti is shining as a self. This is what we have to understand. And the Talayuru enge connect pandrar, the whole idea of one who is shining as a self, non-dual self, one is awakened, who is experiencing as non-dual self, that Tattvam is Dakshina Murti. That is Guru Tattvam. So that Dakshina Murti, I offer my salutations, my prostrations. So this is the first verse. In the first verse only everything is given out. Everything is revealed. So Kanakammal says in her commentary, here in the Dakshinamurti Stotram, Adi Shankara is trying to reveal in 3 shlokas what is Jagat, in 3 shlokas what is the Jiva, and in 3 shlokas, what is the Param? Ishvara, that is Param. And then in the last shloka, she reveals, Adi Shankara reveals, everything is Tanmayam. So the Jiva or the Jagat or the Ishvara, everything is Tanmayam. Everything is self. So when you clearly appreciate that this world is just an appearance, not true, you will not hold on to anything now. Though we appreciate, somehow it is not hitting us. Oraikka mattengudhu. Adanalada we think the world is real and holding on to the world. For what? Some sort of solace, some sort of support. We are holding on to this world. But alas, you are the support of the world, and the world is just an appearance, and it is not real. So when it is very clear in your mind, the world is not real. So nothing to hold on here. Even from the relative standpoint, the Lord will take care of the world. You take care of yourself. Mind your own business. Even from the karma standpoint, avaravar prarabdha praharam adarkanavan angang irundattve. Why are you bothered about everything? Why are you carrying the world on your head? பரமனிற் பிரிந்திவ் உலகினைத் தலையில் பற்றியான் பெற்றது போதும் பரமனாமருணா சலயனை இனியுன் பதத்தினின்றொதுக்குறப்பாரேல். Going away from you, O Lord, I think I am a separate entity, and I am thinking that the world is my business, is my responsibility, and I am carrying this world on my head, and I have suffered enough, O Lord. Podum. Enough is enough, O Lord. Now do not ever forsake me. You just become one with me, O Lord. That is what is expressed in Padigam. So therefore, for no reason we have to be bothered about anything. The self alone is truth. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So as I told you yesterday, late morning from 11:15 to 12:15 we are going to have another class of Dakshinamurti Stotram only, because we have only Dakshinamurti Stotram now. left. So we are going to have Dakshinamurti Stotram. Today evening, that is late evening, that is night, 7 to 8, we will not have any class because all the students are going out for a picnic, not picnic, for a pilgrimage. Can say anything now. So we are going out. Therefore, today evening there is no class. Today morning we will have definitely the class. Same time, 6:45 to 8. Tomorrow morning, 13th morning, we will have the class. Okay, only today evening we will not have. Late morning also we have the class. I am making it very clear. Om Tat Sat. No, 4 to 5 class is not at all there now.